Few better places in the country weather-wise this time of year than this one right here, Tampa, Florida, and beautiful Raymond James Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Let's go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. Ready.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Slam, slam, slam.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
64, weak. Go, go. Ready, go.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
Let's go now. 15 on it. 15 on it. 22, jet, bomber. 22, jet, bomber. Now.
Sony Michel, his first carry. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Williams, off play action. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the feet, and that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 29. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 45 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Williams now operating from the gun. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches.
Mike one. You got nothing to that. Let's go. 5 on. Team go. Team go.
Williams off the play fake. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Here we
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. Here's Williams throwing on 4th down. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Allen Robinson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Check 31, check 31, 36, 36. Rush in, rush in, rush in. Slam, slam, slam. H3, 218, chopper, chopper. Let's go.
On 3rd down, McGee. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Let's go.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. And this defense looking like they have come to play. The pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Short boot, taken at the 21. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Shit. He's coming to you. He's coming to you. Motion. Hey, hey, hey. Go. Bravo. Hey, hey, hey. It's coming up. Hey, let's go.
On first down. He'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. It's McGee. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards that time. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. 50. Wait. Grace don't travel. Grace don't travel. Nice 7, let's go.
2nd and 14. Incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. But now it's 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And some room to maneuver. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Meanwhile here, a run on first down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Set, ready. 60 Pittsburgh. They're running it. Buzz. 59 mark, 59 mark. Check, check, 59. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
2nd and long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
3 scores down, not even at halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Back to throw. He's going to air one out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. Throwing on first down. Williams to Michelle on the screen. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Williams loses the football.
A plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first down, it's Chandler. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, and normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins once again the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 10. He's going to look deep down the field, and that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
52's the Mike. Watch Mike. Watch Mike. Go.
He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
Strong right. Strong right. Seam 6. You got 4 down. 4 down. 24 is the Mike. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
They'll try and throw for it here. And it's complete. Henry. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Buying time who's left. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. Dancing to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
They converted once earlier on this opening drive, but now comes a big test. 4th and goal.
Charlie, go! 59, Mike. Check, 59.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Ready, go!
They're going to look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Hunter Henry, as the first half is winding down, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Watch one. Get ready.
A final shot before break. Williams going right side here, and that's complete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. He'll rifle this one. It's caught inside the 25. 36 yards on the play.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. It's been an easy day for him.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Austin Hooper with touchdown number 7 on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll increase their lead to 28. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Give him 3 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 3rd down, Fournette, and he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting. And even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game, and so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now Williams from the gun, he'll throw. And finding the tight end Hooper. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Austin Hooper with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the interception by the Bucs D leads to a touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Go. Go. Hey, Mike 51. Go.
Back to throw here. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down. Back to throw now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Going deep for Hopkins. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
Give him 15 there. The Panthers have a first down. They'll set up a throw. 5th catch of the game for him. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down at the 10. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Jamal Adams coming up from his safety spot to make the play.
Jamal Adams there on the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Watch the pass. Shift. Next box. Right. Watch safety creeping. Safety. Check 43.
Williams now to throw on third down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this one hits at the one, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Fournette on the counter. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
59. Mike's 59. Hey. Rock it. Rock it.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Just like that. Wahoo! Mike, yep. Check 59, 59. Get your swerve on. Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike the 59. It's just me and you. It's just me. Let's go.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. 23 yards on the play.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
A throw over the middle taken in. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down. They'll set up to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Back 61. Matchbox right. Set, go.
Now back to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins with touchdown number 7 on the year. And his guys are able to strike for 6. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out.
And now look at him go. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
11 yards and a Panther first down.
Check. Lucky. Grace don't travel.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 45. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Here we go. Watch one. Watch the run.
Williams operating from the gun. And he comes back with one complete. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, first and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, second and 10.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
You remember me? Let's go, baby. Jet, ready, go.
He'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down.
And a Panther first down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back.
You better talk to your boy. He'll protect you.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He'll drop to throw. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
4 down. Exit.
Looking to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 13. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Airing this one out for Evans. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And he comes back with one complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 1st down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough?
Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
59's Mike, 59's Mike. Check, 59. Let him know.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He finds Hopkins complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
Chopper. Even. 4 down. Even.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. DeAndre Hopkins once again the intended target. And it's 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bucs, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Carolina, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. And for Charles Davis and our